Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN. Welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN on YouTube. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Sacramento Kings tonight. Guys, I have to say this was a disappointing loss by the Los Angeles Lakers with the return of King James. That's right, LeBron James has returned after being out for at least a month due to the high ankle sprain injury that he suffered in just a month ago. And, I was really surprised that he returned this early into the recovering process of his injury. Injury. So, it just looked like that, maybe he would have came back next week. But, the sooner the better to have King James return to the team. It's just plays one good wonders when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers and the remaining of the regular season and their expectations when it comes to what seed they will be on when it comes to playoff wise. And with this loss, it kind of shows that the Lakers are a bit in a pickle, if you will. They look like there's some things to question when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers and their situation when it comes to their playoff status. So, but I think with LeBron James' return, things will turn around for the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward. I can just have a huge feeling about this, and hopefully, you know, knock on wood, things turn out very well for the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward when it comes to everyone staying healthy. Because as of right now, everyone is at healthy capacity right now with the return of LeBron James. And, when it comes to the Lakers stats between the Sacramento Kings, um, it was disappointing. It was disappointing. And I'm just going to put this out there right now. I am not going to blame LeBron James' performance whatsoever because, he just came back. He's starting to get his bearings in. And I just believe that a couple more games that he puts under his belt will, we will see the greatness out of LeBron James at any given moment. In the for the remainder of the regular season. So look forward to that, guys. But when it comes to the rest of the Lakers squad, I mean, they could have beaten the Sacramento Kings. I'm here to tell you guys, the Sacramento Kings is one of the worst teams in the Western Conference. They had the abilities, they have the team to pull it off, but unfortunately, it just wasn't the case. The first quarter, they were kind of struggling a bit, but then when it came to the second quarter, they came back with like 32 points in the second quarter, and I believe they're like up by 2 points at the end of the second quarter. And then when it came to the third quarter, it really looks like the Los Angeles Lakers were playing very well, and it looked like they were going to win the game. But when it came to the fourth quarter, for some reason, they just fell under the pressure. And, just the lack of turnovers. The turnovers was just the downfall of the Lakers losing tonight, to be honest with you. It really was. When you look at the stat-wise of the Los Angeles Lakers, they had 21 turnovers. And most of those turnovers came from sadly from LeBron James. But like I said, I am not going to, criticize LeBron James' performance due to the turnovers because, he just returned to the Los Angeles Lakers. So he is going to have some bumps into this game. So I am not going to, judge him the way of how he played tonight. So, which he had 16 points and had like 8 rebounds and 7 assists. So not bad for a return for being out from injuries for a month. So, a solid performance for LeBron James. But, the turnovers was very bad when it came to LeBron James. But, I'm giving him an excuse because of that. But the second player that had trouble when it came to turnovers was Dennis Schroder. And we saw how he, played tonight. Had 8 points, and I believe he had like maybe 6 rebounds and 7 assists. But I don't really care about the stat lines that he put up. But the main issue that was a problem with Dennis Schroder tonight was the turnovers. He had 5 turnovers, which it was a very bad performance by Dennis Schroder, especially when it came to shooting those threes. The threes that he suffered, that he put out there tonight, was 0 of 5. So he was struggling when it came to shooting those threes for the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. They didn't go through, and maybe that's why the Lakers lost, because of the offensive side of the ball by the Los Angeles Lakers, which Dennis Schroder was part of that struggle. So, it was just a bad performance by Dennis Schroder. This is the Dennis Schroder who, steps up for the Lakers at times and, gives us like 15 points a game, and gives us like, I don't know, when it comes to shooting threes, like a 2 of 5, 3 of 5 from the three. And, he has been, struggling when it came to the turnovers. I mean, we've seen that a couple of times throughout the game, but I can honestly say, it was just a bad performance by Dennis Schroder, and maybe you change things around. I mean, still remains to be seen about that, but hopefully, he gets his act together and just plays to the best of his ability in the next game. So, but the main guy who stepped up for the Lakers tonight was Anthony Davis. Finally, we're seeing the greatness out of Anthony Davis, who averaged tonight, I believe, 20 or 22 points for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I might be mistaken. I think he also averaged 11 rebounds. And, he just, I believe he had 6 blocks. So, he came to play when it came to facing the Sacramento Kings tonight. He really stepped up for the Los Angeles Lakers, and I think it all had to do with the return of LeBron James, because LeBron James, he facilitates the floor. He's the floor general for the Los Angeles Lakers, the point forward, if you will, for the Los Angeles Lakers. So he basically leads the way, and brings out the best in our Lakers players, and Anthony Davis is one of them. So he had a great night, for the Los Angeles Lakers. So great job for AD. And then the other AD, Andre Drummond. He had 17 points, and I believe he had 7 or 8 rebounds. But, with the return of LeBron James, his presence was really known on the offensive side. And it all shows with the field goals. With, he had 7 of 11 from the field goal range. So his main efforts from the offensive side was attacking the rim, being part of the floor. And it just shows you that with LeBron James on the floor, players step up to the best of their abilities. And Andre Drummond was one of them, and Anthony Davis was one of them. So I can honestly say, guys, with the return of LeBron James, things make a huge difference in every player's stat wise and game performances. And it's just great to have LeBron James back with the Los Angeles Lakers after being gone for so long. We struggled a lot, and we suffered a lot. But I believe with LeBron James' return and him getting his bearings in, just getting the feel back, just playing the game, I truly believe the Lakers will turn this around and start winning games in the, I believe, 10 games remaining of the regular season. So, they can do a lot of things in 10 games. So hopefully they'll change things around, moving forward. So, just a great performance from Andre Drummond. KCP, it's nothing new there. I mean, I hate to say this because, the other player that stepped up in my eyes, which I have to say, guys, I'm going to put this out there right now. Ben McLemore. He had a great performance, and he was the main player that was shooting threes for the Los Angeles Lakers in this particular game and for these past couple of games. And I believe he went four of. I might be mistaken, guys. I think it was like 4 of 7, or maybe four of 8 or something. His presence was known in tonight's game when it came to shooting threes tonight, and he had 12 points. So his efforts for these past couple of games that we've been seeing from him shows that he is that sharpshooter that we were missing when it came to this particular team, especially for the second unit. Because the second unit for the Los Angeles Lakers did not step up whatsoever. Okay, something is really wrong with Montrezl Harrell. I'm not sure if he's dealing with something or he has an issue with the coaching staff, because there has been some talks about that. But maybe things will change, but hopefully very soon, because we really do need Montrezl Harrell at any given moment for him to be on that offensive attack and bring that sixth man of the year traits that he is well known for these past couple of years. And hopefully he just steps up with that. And Kyle Kuzma, guys, same goes with him. I mean, it's similar situation with KCP. He is not stepping up to the best of his abilities. And this is Kyle Kuzma we're talking about, the guy who can, step up in any given moment and help out the Lakers in certain situations. But unfortunately, this one wasn't the case. And maybe things will turn around. But the only player that's been stepping up for the second unit for these past couple of games was Ben McLemore. 12 points and shooting those threes. I mean, he's just been sensational for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I was going to mention, about Ben McLemore and the situation that he's in. I really believe Frank Vogel should really change up the starting lineup. And I'll know where I'm going with this. Ben McLemore should replace KCP. We witnessed when he was out, KCP, when he was out with that ankle injury, which surprisingly he came back very soon. Ben McLemore let it up for the Los Angeles Lakers, and we saw a glimpse of that, even though I believe it was against the Memphis Grizzlies. No, not Memphis Grizzlies, the Dallas Mavericks. Shows that in any given moment when he is needed to step up and, for at the starting lineup, he does. I believe he averaged like 20 points at one point, starting for the Los Angeles Lakers. So I really believe he deserves that opportunity. And Frank Vogel should really look at that sort of option, possibly moving forward, and maybe when it comes to playoff time. So just want to put that out there. And, for Frank Vogel, if he's probably listening to this, maybe that could be a huge help to the Lakers possibly winning some games and having some success, with that sort of change. So that's just my own personal opinion. I believe most Laker fans agree with me on this particular notion. So, yeah, guys, I that's all I really have to say. The Lakers, it was just a disappointing loss. I just believe that they will bounce back from this, and with the return of LeBron James, things will turn around for the better for the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward. So guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos, and make sure to like my podcast ZSPN on Anchor and all across podcast distributions, from Spotify, and I believe there's one called Radio Public. So there's a lot of podcast platforms that if you guys have any preference that you listen to, just want to let you know ZSPN is on those distributions of podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, you name it. If you guys just show me the love and support there as you do for this channel, it will be much appreciated. And of course, like all my social media sites, ZSPN on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites. And of course, there's going to be a link for my podcast on Anchor. So make sure you subscribe to the ZSPN podcast, and of course, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.